Hey there guys, it's Arva here, bringing you the 18th episode of my F1 2012 career. Today we're at the British Grand Prix for the qualifying, Q1. It's going to be wet qualifying and a wet race, so I'm going to set the car up for quite wet. I'm going to put I think the second last default on the wet, and then we'll see how we go. I'm going to tweak it a tiny bit for a bit more oversteer, which I like, and we're going to go out on the inters. And before we go out, I just want to say, if you're new to me, check out my previous content by clicking the name above the video, and you might want to subscribe. I do weekly F1 2012 career just like this, and maybe give it a like if you enjoy this episode. So here, coming out in Q1, obviously our name's popping up as red because we haven't actually set a time yet, and it's fairly wet, so we're gonna have to watch it a bit when we go around these corners. Don't want to slide it round. It can be a bit shaky. Really, this section is quite shaky. Generally, this bit where it's kind of a steep sort of curve of a corner. So we're coming up, starting the lap now. Obviously, no DRS available because we're on inters. Coming through this corner, can't take it fully flat because of the inter tyres and the wet weather conditions. Usually, when it's dry, you can take that pretty much flat. Coming through now, gently over that apex. Very easy to slide it through there. Because I found that there are like some puddles of water, like you can't actually see the puddles, but it's sort of kind of just near the corners. It's just a bit more slippery than what it is like on these straights, so you kind of have to be a bit careful. It's coming through now, braking hard now, just keeping a bit wide, going a bit wide because of the wet weather. Obviously, we've gone fastest by like 1.3 seconds, so pretty good. We can afford to kind of just go a bit slower maybe, but I'm just going to go for it and try and get through in one go. Coming through the old pit straight. Tell me what you think of the new kind of layout. I've been to Silverstone once for the 2011 British Grand Prix. I really liked the new pit complex. It looked really nice and modern, and the pit exit was a bit odd because obviously it goes downhill, so the pit entry goes down and then comes back up, so that was a bit weird. But the new pit complex, was the paddock sort of place, it just looked really nice and shiny. That sort of kind of like shard kind of look in the hospitality suite looked really amazing. And so coming through to the end of the lap, coming through this fast sort of high speed chicane almost, but obviously because it's wet it's not that high speed. Just going through now, using the rest of our curves, going over, making sure we don't spin out at the last second, and we've gone fastest by 1 second. It's inters, it's quite wet, so can't read too much into that. Also, probably all the top like 12 or 10 have probably got the engine's not turned up fully, whereas I did. So we're just gonna skip through Q1. Yep, and nothing's moving really. Maldonado, wow. So I know for a second. So now everyone's gone out. So really, as I said before, now the session's ended, and now it's turned out that I'm only a tenth quicker than Hamilton. So I guess everyone turned out the wick, because a few of the back markers, like Maldonado there, you saw for a second, kind of sped up and got second. So I don't know what the weather's going to be like. It just kind of gave a brief overview of it was going to be wet qualifying and wet race, but it looks pretty dry. Oh, we've got option tyres now, so that's going to be a bit interesting. It's definitely a wet race. It's definitely a wet race. I can guarantee you it's going to start wet. So it's going to be a bit interesting here. I really want to get into Q3, but as I said, I've got a wet setup on, so I don't have the best amount of speed. I guess I'm just going to have to save my curves for the main straights really. But the thing that will happen is, because I've got quite a wet setup on, I've got a lot of downforce, so I will be able to take these corners a bit faster maybe. So it might compensate for the lack of speed on the straights. I don't know how much it might bring down the speed. Maybe I don't know, 10, 15 miles per hour. Not too sure. We'll see on the straight. So coming through now, DRS off now for this quick corner, taking it pretty much flat. Obviously on the game I haven't been able to take it fully flat. Like in real life, the drivers just keep their foot down, kind of the downforce levels they've got, just take them through. But I don't know if you've managed it, guys. Certainly I haven't. I always have to dab a tiny bit on the brakes and then full throttle it through. So DRS now using about nearly half the curves, and let's see what sort of speed we're getting. And 186. So I think we're probably off by maybe 10 to 15, as I said. It's going through now. to the Luffield corner. This is where I sat for the 2011 Grand Prix. Really great place to go. If you ever go to the British Grand Prix, it's a great place to go to Luffield because you see the cars for about 2.5 to 3 seconds. Obviously when I went, it started wet, so I was seeing them for about 3.5 seconds at the start, and then it was a really nice view. Also, I saw that fight, if you remember, in 2011, where Webber was trying to overtake Vettel. I saw that going off down the old pit straight. So yeah, it was just really great. Really thankful that I got the opportunity to go there. And if you guys haven't been to a Grand Prix, I really recommend you do. It's just nothing compares to it. It just the sound, the sheer speed that they go past you. It's just amazing. It's so much fun, and it's just and the pictures I got were amazing as well. I mean, I had a crappy like 10 megapixel digital SLR camera, but it was still pretty nice. You could get some nice close-up shots when the cars were going through Luffield, especially because it was quite a slow corner. And so, oh crap! Just as I was about to talk, that wasn't a very fast lap, and I kind of ruined it there. Kind of went a bit too right. My oversteer sort of screwing me over there, and that's kind of, I like a lot of oversteer, but those are the moments where it can kind of screw me over when I go a bit too much into the corner, and I just hit the barrier there. And my front wing kind of half of it fell off. So we repaired it now, and we're at 17 rock bottom. So I don't know. It felt like a fast lap. It felt like a pretty good lap, so I don't know why I'm lost. It might actually be because of this wet setup, but I don't know, maybe the track got faster, so track must go. I mean, Kobayashi's first. I really don't know how that's happened. How's Kobayashi get first? So I'm gonna go out again on the options. I'm just gonna go probably on the same set. The scrub tyres, so as the engineer always says, so you can push earlier when it gets up to temperature. The same old phrase. And going back to Kobayashi, if I don't know how many of you woke up to watch the Korean Grand Prix, I've got to say, Kobayashi, you utter twat, completely took out button, and it was dismal. Yeah, and if you can't tell, I'm a Button fan. Just saying. Yeah, so I just ended up rooting for Alonso, really, because I really do think Alonso. Yeah, I'm not saying Vettel's not deserved of the title. He's a very good, like an epic driver, and he will go down in history. But Alonso has been so consistent and has really played this championship very well up till now. And I really think he deserves it a bit more because he has been the most consistent, even with a worse car at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the season, he was a horrible mess. Obviously now Ferrari have picked up the pace, but they do need to bring up the pace even more. Like the BBC pundits were saying in the forum, that Ferrari need to get some big packages up, to try and challenge Red Bull. So engineers are going on about me trying to push, get into Q3, and I will, sir, I will. So we're coming through to the old pit complex, and I'm hoping this will be a faster lap. Coming through now this very tricky corner, very hard to take it flat and not go wide. So now through the famous Maggots and Beckett's corner, taking it flat now, just braking tiny bit now, braking again now, feathering the throttle now, braking hard, now applying the power back down, DRS open, bit of curves, and we're on low fuel, but it shouldn't be a problem. We should be able to finish lap, and we're 1.2 seconds faster in that sector than our last lap, so that's very good. So even though I thought that last lap was a pretty good lap, it turns out it wasn't. And my left front tyre was not as green as the others for some reason. Might be because I put it on some grass. Maybe the grass will be still pretty wet from Q1. So DRS wide open now, cause oh crap, we're spun and we've gone fastest. What? And our front wing's off. Whoa! What a way to finish a lap! What a way to finish a lap there, guys. Oh wow, went over the apex and just spam 360, smashed my front wing off, but not great driving there, but what a way to finish the lap, and we're still fastest. That was pretty funny. What a way to finish the Q2 lap to get us through. That's what you call finishing in style there. So going to the Q3, and wow, it's still option tyres, which is surprising. So I don't know how much I'm going to get up the grid, because obviously all the top 10 will now wick up the engine to race mix 3. So Oh, no, let's just go for it. Wait, I'm just going to wait to see. And Rosberg's gone out on. That was Schumacher. Sorry, Schumacher's gone out on option tyres. My engineer, if you didn't hear, just told me that intermediates was our best bet. But I just saw Schumacher going out on option, so I will do the same. Screw you, engineer, trying to tell me to go on inters. Look at this. This is completely dry. It's coming through now, and I think I put a bit more fuel in the car. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a side to lap because, ooh crap, it is a tiny bit wet. I can see a few damp patches. So I'm going to do a side to lap. As you can see, all of us are in a train. So I'm just going to hang back a bit, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how this lap goes. I'm going to start the lap, and what I'll do is if you know, it gets a bit wet and I make a mistake maybe, then I'll just turn it into a side to lap because I do have enough fuel to do a second run. So this is a flying lap, but we're also going to treat it as a side to lap maybe if I make a mistake. Just come through gingerly over that apex. So it's not looking too bad. Definitely doesn't look wet enough for inters. Coming through now, DRS open, half the curves, definitely dry enough here in this section. Coming to Luffield now, and let's see how we brake, and it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty dry, not going wide. You can tell when it's too wet when you're going wide. So coming through now, quite obviously a lot of understeer in Luffield, and you have to try and get close to the apex, which I did not there. So it might have cost me a tiny bit of time. We're just going to come through now, and engine seems fine, tyres seem fine. Coming through now, ooh crap, right, going wide. Alright, we've gone off, bit of grass, so we'll just treat this as a side to lap then. It's not going to be particularly fast, but we'll just come through, Maggots and Beckett's. So yeah, we'll just treat this as a side to lap. We'll go out for another lap. We'll turn the wick up, as it was, and yeah. So the guys in front of me are steaming ahead. So I'm guessing they're on their flying lap. So I'm gonna keep on going out. So this might be interesting. If they don't go out for another lap, I'm gonna be hit with traffic here. So it might have been a mistake. I should have gone straight away instead of waiting. But I have to wait to try and see if anyone went out on options. And Schumacher, let's see it as everyone crosses the line. Schumacher's got pole at the moment. Now this is my flying lap. Now this is proper flying lap. Schumacher's got pole on options, so I am on the right tyre. Now DRS open, race up to mix 3. Now opening the DRS just now. Don't want to get it wrong. It's a bit wet here, so I can't open it fully through that corner like I did in Q2. Going through now, just being patient here, letting the car go through. Now DRS open, and we're going to use half our curves nearly down this long DRS straight, which we'll be hopefully using in the race if it gets a bit dry, but it does look like 100% worth the rain. And we've got, wow, that's like 1/100th of a second faster than Schumacher. It's coming through now, Luffield and Hamilton, and all these back markers. Crowd got DRS open. Going through Hamilton, Vettel, Schumacher, Button, they're going too fast for me to even see. Alonso, crap, just went through like 6 worth of back markers, got left tire on the grass. Oh, bloody hell. Didn't get the DRS open as early as I could, and bloody hell, those back markers really, I think it's not going to be a particularly fast lap. Just let's continue on. Don't have enough time to do another lap time because my engineer just told me it's going to start raining in about 2 or 3 minutes. So we're going to continue this lap, and we're going to have to finish it. This will be our qualifying position now. Oh god, I really should have gone out earlier, but I had to see if my option tyre was the right tyre, because I made that mistake before. But oh wow, those back markers really ruined me. I had to pass Hamilton, Vettel, Button, Di Resta, Alonso there at the end, and I've locked up majorly. That's not going to help as well. And not opening DRS just yet. Now I am going across the line, and where we're going to come, and it's only a 6th place. A modest 6th place, it's okay. I think those back markers hampered me a bit. I might have got up to maybe P4 or P3. But that pole lap by Schumacher was quite fast. Don't think I could have got up to there. But certainly could have got a bit further, maybe P4. But obviously those back markers hampered me. But there you have it, guys. And wow, Jenson Button set a faster lap. And it's all gone down. Schumacher's gone down. So really maybe, and I've gone down to P7 from P6, so really maybe I'm in the right position because I couldn't see myself going 138. Jenson Button is on pole for the British Grand Prix. That's pretty good for him. Hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. And yeah, I guess I'll see you tomorrow for the British Grand Prix, the race, 25%. And it's going to be wet, so that's going to be an interesting race, I'm going to say. Hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. And I'll see you next time, and enjoy the rest of your day.